Fastball, you're going for the blue, right on the tire. It's good. Oh, knocked it over. That's all right. We're just going to keep doing it. Go for the blue again. Really good. All right, so let's try this curveball. You're going for the brown ball. The only way this curve goes down is if your ball goes up. The ball's got to start high to get low. Right? It's just got to start high. That's all. It just has to. Your spin was, every time you threw those to me, they were high, but they were perfect spin. You were just starting a little too low instead of there. That was beautiful. All right, let's go fastball at the blue mat. Great. Change up at the navy blue ball there under the right. Look good. Perfect. All right, here we go. So the left hip's just a little forward. And just go. Yeah. One more, then we'll do, you know what, let's do a curve. Pick it up and go. Yeah, great pitch, great pitch. Wind up. Fastball, curveball, fastball, curveball. Here we go. Let the hip kind of lead first. See, that's good. It's really good. All right, curveball. Relax the legs and just pick it up over your head. So on that one there, it's like, it's almost like you're on a curveball, you're like walking on ice. Don't fall through the ice. But you got to throw it. Perfect. Come back to the better one. You can fix it, right? Best one of the day. You can fix it. So remember that in the game too. So if your catcher or the coaches are calling for a fastball after a bad curve, if you're allowed to shake off, shake off. Some coaches don't allow it, I don't know. But I would follow that up with a better curve. There's a very good chance you're going to do that and throw a perfect one, right? Take a break, get a drink. They'll air a few out. Those 3 wind up, 3 stretch, something like that. All right, here we go. Easy. So we get 77. 76. Really good. 77. It's good. You okay? All right, take one more, do one more wind up. It's good. Take a breather. All right, got 4 here. Let's go stretch. Let's see if you can keep it around 75, 76 from the stretch, at least the first one. All right, so you got the hip leading. Load it and go. 76. It's good. Hey, go wind up right here. All right, 77, 78. Let's go. Big body, quickness. 76. That's good. All right, I want to do a few more just breaking pitches, just feel the touch on the pitches as we're kind of like cooling down a little bit here. Then we'll do some medicine ball stuff and a little bit with the bands. But you look great. So if we do next, yeah, you get on top of it better. Great pitch. Change up. you're trying to throw it right at, try to bounce it right on home plate. Because I think you're doing everything right, you're just trying to, your line's got to be lower. Yeah. It's coming out of your hand right, I think it's just getting the feel for the release point. All right, change up, trying to hit that blue to the right. Dead wrist meter now. Perfect. A little longer as you're coming down. Curveball. Float it down. That's the best one of the night. I'm all for trying that if you want to try that little push. You can do your own grip, but yeah, that is a pitch. I can see what you're saying now. That's a legit pitch. I wouldn't call it a knuckleball though, because a knuckleball is not, when guys throw knuckleballs, they kind of push and stiff wrist it. Then they want to go to a fastball and they don't have it. That's what happens. They throw so many of these, then they want to put a little whip on one, they don't have quite what they should, you know? So I'm not, but this is not a, this is like you're putting something into this every time. That's a good pitch, yeah. Let me see it. Is that what it usually does? Like when you're throwing it, because actually that had good tumble.
Yeah, it just drops usually.
It's kind of like a little knuckle curve thing, which might, that's a whole different conversation. If you can consistently make it do that, that we can talk about. So you can do that again. So what are you doing? Just two fingers, right on top of on the force. Are you just under the seam there?
Just like
in the seam. Okay.
My
let's
fingertips
see it.
are in the seam.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see it. Spinning pretty good. Do it again.
When I threw it at Bryant, they said it has 100 spin.
Yeah. That's like. But was it tumbling at Bryant like that?
Yeah.
If you can make it tumble like that, that is a pitch you could throw, because it looks like you're throwing it at the heart of the plate. If you're trying to make it have that dead, no spin, knuckleball spin, that's hard to control. But this one is like a knuckle curve, I'd call it. I played with guys that had this pitch and went a long way, you know? I couldn't do it. But again. So all I would say here is throw this like 80% effort. Try it again. Get it over your half, just like your curveball. Get it over your half, and then just kind of flip it in. Every one of them is spinning right. They are spinning right. If you wanted to really work that, you just have to kind of find the right touch and the right force behind it, because it's a great off-speed pitch. Mm-hmm. And it isn't, you're not trying to like do a Tim Wakefield, like float it in and do this with it. You're just flipping it and it's got a little tumble. That's a legit pitch. Have you ever used it in a game before?
Yeah.
Like how many times have you used, if you're having a good one that day, how often would you use it? If you threw 60 pitches, how many would you use?
Probably like 5.
That's pretty good. Use it like 0-2 type thing?
Yeah, like weak contact.
I mean, if you can drop it in, if you can do that, because every one of those was spinning the same way every time. It wasn't like one was a knuckle, one was sliding. Everything was like top spin, which means you can spin it consistently. I'm okay with that. Pretty consistent. And it looks like it's easy on your hand. You just grab it, throw it straight. Probably could throw that all day long. You know what I mean? Even if you have a tired arm, you could probably get by with a pitch like that. I like it.
Yeah, the eight inning game, in the 8th inning, that's pretty much what you're throwing.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the end.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty
Yeah.
strong.
No, that's kind of, I call that a knuckle curve. Totally knuckle curve, you know, and God, I mean, not to